Hey friends, it's Christy. I apologize for taking a little craft hiatus, but I just needed some time to, hang out with my family and to go on some hikes outside and to catch up on some work around the house and some of the work I need to do for my job, and also just take some time away from the screen. I've been doing a lot of computer time and phone time, and I think my eyes and my mind and body needed a break. And I hope that all of you are doing the same. But today, I'm not giving you a craft. This is actually a video dedicated to all of my adult and parent friends out there. But my best friend Amanda was saying how she would really like a video that's designated to parents, letting them know of all the different types of craft supplies that I would recommend having on hand for all of these crafts that not only am I producing, but other organizations and schools and people are putting out on social media and online. These are all great ideas, but what types of materials, should we expect to be using? So I created a parent craft survival kit. And I'll show you that list again and also put it in the captions online. But I just want to show you all the different types of craft supplies that I keep on hand when I need a brain break, when the kids that I work with need breaks, when it's a rainy day, or, we're in a quarantine isolation crisis. So I'm going to show you what's in my box, and hopefully this will give you an idea of what maybe you could have on hand for your children. So I just use a box that I got from like the dollar store. It's one of those like foldable storage boxes for your closet. And I put all of my craft supplies in here, and when I'm with kids or when I need to do a brain break, I just pull this out and kind of dive in, and the rest is all art history. So these are some of the materials that were in this box. So I like to have an assortment of paper. So I like construction paper. You can use it for all different things. You can fold it, you can make it into origami, you can make cards, you can cut it into shapes. The sky's the limit, so having an assortment of colored construction paper is really handy. Even white paper to draw on is very nice. And then I also like to have cardboard, certain types of cardboard, like the thin kind, the thick kind. It's really nice to use as like a placemat, or kind of like a platform for where you're working on, so you're not getting like the rest of your table dirty. I should do that more often. So cardboard, and then I also like to have an assortment of felt as well. This is really great. You can make little clothes for dolls. You can cut things out, but it's always fun to have a little bit of fabric or felt around as well. Other craft supplies that I like to have on hand are these really awesome, bendy, flexible pipe cleaners. They make great legs for lots of animals. They're very moldable, and that's really nice. So definitely some pipe cleaners. And then to go with that, I like to having Pom Poms, all different shapes and sizes and colors. You can make insects out of them. You can make heads, body parts, eyes with Pom Poms. So having these is very good too. Let's see here. What else? I've got pony beads, or any kind of bead. You can make necklaces and bracelets or eyes with them. And then I also like to use feathers of different shapes and sizes as well. So feathers is a go-to for me. You can make like wings or little like antenna or crowns. I don't know. The sky's the limit. What else? Also, googly eyes. You can never have too many googly eyes. If you're going to be making animals or people or things that are quote-unquote alive, they can't be, finished until you give them the ability to see. So having googly eyes, very nice. You can get the ones that you just use with glue to stick onto your masterpieces, or I like to be really efficient and use the ones that are stickers. You just peel them off and then stick them on. That's really great to have too. So googly eyes, definitely essential. What else? Let's see here. I like to use Popsicle Sticks. They make great during construction of things. You can use them to stir, and you don't have to like use one of your kitchen spoons. Or also, I like to use this for gluing. So instead of, someone gluing and then using their finger to smooth it out, instead of getting your fingers all gluey, use the popsicle stick to smooth things out as well, and that's really efficient. So popsicle sticks are another good thing to have on hand. And then as far as like coloring medias, I like to have an assortment of coloring media. So that includes crayons. Crayons are really great to have. They are non-toxic. They can be pretty much easy to get off of like walls. You can just use like a magic eraser or something, but they're really great for little ones that are still like learning how to color if they're not really far excelled in using markers. So crayons is always a good thing to have. And then I also do still like to use markers. These are my favorite, the Pipsqueaks from Crayola. They are super cute and small, but Crayola also makes them washable, so they're easy to wash off hands or faces or clothing, so that's really great. I like to use those. And then as far as paints go, I like to use acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is great because it goes on thick. It's able to, get a good coating on, whatever you painted on, so like a rock or paper towel rolls or things like that. But the one thing is with acrylic, it's somewhat hard to get out of clothing at times if you make a mess. So I like to use with children our Tempura paint. Tempura paint is water-based, so it still goes on, pretty thick onto your things when you paint, but also it's able to be washed off of face and skin and clothes and sometimes carpet much easier than acrylic paint. So I like having paints as well. And then as far as attaching things all together, oh, this is a good one. I like to have white glue, tacky glue, stick glue, and the infamous hot glue. Because, some things are really good with just the sticks, some are good with, the liquid, some are good with tacky, and then, if you want to be really efficient and make things, stay on forever, hot glue. I don't really recommend super glue or Gorilla Glue, because that's really hard to get off skin with little kids. You have to like soak in acetone and everything, so I really wouldn't recommend that, but all those other ones, perfectly fine. And then as far as other ways to attach things, I like to use an assortment of tape. So I like Scotch tape and packing tape. Packing tape is really great because it's clear. It you put a few of them together and it's like contact paper, which is really nice for some craft projects. I also like to use masking tape as well. So those are some that I keep in my craft box as well. And then other things. It's always good to have a stapler. Of course, some scissors, child-proof as well. That blunt, dull edge and tip instead of one that's really sharp. A hole puncher at times, easy to make holes. I like to have paper clips in here as well because they can hold things together. Also, they're bendable like pipe cleaners. So all that goes in here. And then I also like to have yarn. Yarn is great. Or embroidery floss, to make friendship bracelets, but you can hang things, you can make necklaces out of string, embroidery floss or yarn. It's really nice to have as well. Also, it's always nice to have magnetic tape because you can make magnets and then put them all over your fridge, so that's fun to have, as well as clothespins. Clothespins are because you can connect things together, put things together to let them dry together, or you can even use them as things that have mouths. So they're pretty versatile. And then I like to, sometimes have sequins, just to bedazzle things. And then the last piece of supply is always the one that's a little tender. It's very controversial, depending on the person. But I like to also have glitter. I mean, who doesn't love glitter? I mean, yes, it does get everywhere, but glitter just makes a lot of things more fun, more happy. But that's a challenge by choice. So I do have glitter on hand, but some people don't really like it. It does make a mess, so putting down newspaper is also really helpful. Or having a very nice suction vacuum cleaner. Also, some other household items that are nice to have around when you craft with your children are like toilet paper or paper towel rolls, definitely the egg cartons. And then I also like to have bubble wrap on hand as well. But these are what's pretty much in my box, and everything pretty much fits right in here, and it goes right in my closet. And when it's time to do a craft, this thing comes out and I just, go to town. But I hope that really helps a lot of parents and adults out there, and I'll put this list out on a caption for everyone to see. But yeah, create your own survival craft kit and start making some awesome art masterpieces out there. All right, bye friends.